And welcome to week 12, everybody. Hello. So, week 12, we're going to actually get into the ANOVA. You're going to work on analyzing your data for Project 3. You're going to actually start finding some data online for Project 4, which is your last project. And you've got Chapter 4, Quiz 3, which is actually kind of a repeat of one of your previous quizzes. So, it should be hopefully easier because it'll be your second time around. So digging in to week 12. So your study resources, we've got the Minitab, or the ANOVA notes, the ANOVA Minitab example notes, and the data for Project 4. Make sure to watch the video on this page. So then read, here's the stuff that will help you with the quiz. The ANOVA stuff is what will help you do the ANOVA activity and analyze your data. So this is really good stuff to do ahead of time, hint, hint. And I don't have this, like I don't have a video on this because I already did it before. So that's just because this quiz right here is a repeat of where you work your way through kind of a claim and figure out the type of data, the variables, all of that. So you've already done this. It's just a repeat. It should be pretty easy. That's why there's no video for it. But so moving to actual assignments, we've got an ANOVA activity. This is similar to what we did last week in that it's, even though it's kind of looks like a quiz, it's actually homework. There is no time limit, but you only get the one attempt. So you can go in and out of the assignment as much as you want. Just don't click that submit button until you're completely ready. Your answers will automatically save. You can go through and work on this ahead of time, just like I said before. And why is that? Because the ANOVA Minitab example and the notes would basically explain everything you need to be able to do this. So that one I actually have that you can work on in class because it is due by the end of the class, the 11th. But then also we've got Project 3 Part 3, and this is also due at the end of class. And this is, even though it's a project assignment, it needs to be individual. So this is individual assignment, but you're using the data your group collected. So you'll use all of the data from your group, so not just your data, but all of the data from your group, but you're going to do this individually. And why? Because I want to make sure individually you understand what your results mean. It's really important. And also that, I mean, it's kind of fun in that, you know, you want to know for sure, like, what did you find? Like, are the stores the same, different, all of that type of stuff. So you will be going through this in class, but you will be turning it in and actually doing the work individually. So I do not want to see identical answers word for word. I mean, you might have like the same Minitab output because hopefully the data will be the same, but how you phrase things, how you word things should be your own writing, your own information. So do not copy anything from anyone. Got it? Okay. So moving along, that's what we're doing in class. Discussion 12, because gosh, we're just moving right along. This is to help you get started for Project 4. Project 4 is our last project. Some people find it the easiest because you don't have to actually go out and collect data, but you have to find it online. So really, really important, do not post to this discussion until you've read the information and watch the video here. So open that up. And you really, really please go through and read through this. And oh gosh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so what did I just do? Well, luckily, as I made this video, I realized that I hadn't updated something. So I went through and updated it. So really important, this page really explains everything you need to do. Now, granted, I will talk about this in class, but it's a good idea to kind of get an idea of what you might want to do ahead of time, which is why I had this as an assignment. But also you want to make sure you're looking for the right type of stuff because I don't want you wasting your time finding things that aren't going to be useful. So here's more of the process of what kind of information you need. Here's an example and then something to think about. So eventually, but not this week, you'll be taking this data. They need at least 20. And I just, hold on again. Okay, back again, updated this to 30, because it is 30. So the big thing here, video for Project 4 data. Yeah, so this was done when I did it for the previous class, and it's not showing, I think, the current updated one, which means you need the one response, the 4 explanatory. I think you only needed 3 explanatory and only 20 data values. So basically, this is a good video. It just might not be exactly right, and honestly, it's a good video, and so I'm not going to update it just because you need to find 1 extra explanatory variable and 10 extra data values. So sorry, not sorry, but just letting you know it's not going to be exactly the same. So moving along, so you want to review all of that information, then go ahead, initial post an identifier variable, response variables, or response variable for predictor variables and how you think they're related, and then links to the data set, and make sure you explain which ones they are. Don't just send me to a page with pages and tables and I don't know what you're doing. All right, also remember, the data will need to be in the form of an average, rate, or some other normalized value, so no straight numbers allowed. So there's your discussion, and this discussion is really important because it really does, first of all, it'll help you get done with class next week faster because you'll already have this information figured out, but the second thing is that it just makes your life easier to already kind of have this thought through, and then you'll have a better idea of what you're doing next week when we get to it in class. So then the last one is the quiz. I already talked about this. You know, it's been a rough week and I just had to pause this like 3 or 4 times. So I think we're good. Yep, I did already talk about that one because I said I'm not gonna, and there's no video for that one. Okay, we're good to go. Have a great week.